when Krishnan Guru-Murthy finally agreed to don his dancing shoes and join this year's Strictly cast. He had very firm ideas about how far he would go on the sequin and glitter front. I told the wardrobe team I wanted to be only a slightly glamorous Saturday night version of what I looked like on the news, he recalled. Which hasn't gone exactly to plan, at last check. There aren't that many broadcast news journalists wearing Hawaiian shirts, ruffles, and eyeliner on live TV, as Krishnan has been doing for the past few Saturday evenings, nor the eye-poppingly garish blue sequin shirt and bright yellow trouser ensemble that he wore for his Samba a week ago. I actually requested sequins, he says. I realized I hadn't had any so far and I was feeling a bit left out. Thank goodness I did. Because, as Strictly fans will know, Krishnan's time on the show ended that weekend when he was voted out by the judges after a dance-off against another news veteran, 79-year-old Angela Rippon. It meant he didn't make it to the famed Blackpool Tower Ballroom on Saturday. But his gradual embrace of Strictly flamboyance is rather a metaphor for the 53-year-old's experience over the past 2 months, transforming him from sober newscaster into what he calls one of those gibbering old men wrecks who suddenly get in touch with their emotions and cry all the time. He's only half joking. He spent most of last Monday in tears, following his exit, and is being supported by his former cast members. We're all in touch, and everyone who's gone out before has said it takes a while to process how you feel about it, he says. Hang on, this is a dance contest, remember. But then, as we know from previous contestants, it tends to end up being rather more than that. I've basically done the same job for 35 years really, just for different organizations, he says. You can get stuck in a routine, doing something that was just so different. It's a huge kick when you make it work. That risk-taking is very rewarding. It really changes your outlook on life. Alongside him, his photographer wife Lisa, who joins us for this interview along with their children, Jasmine, 18, and 16-year-old Jay, enthusiastically affirms the view of her husband of 18 years. He had quite a serious job, and being able to do Strictly and immerse himself completely in that world, as well as discovering that actually he loves to dance and that he's quite good at it, has been great, she says. He got hooked. And not only on the dancing front, while today Krishnan is clad in a sober black sweatshirt, Jay reveals his father has latterly been sporting a hitherto unseen leather jacket. I've never seen him in stuff like that, he says, while Jasmine reports that he came to meet her for lunch recently wearing these really fancy light blue trousers. Then there's the weight loss. Tipping the scales at 15th earlier this year, he has lost 2.5 stones, only half joking at the start of Strictly when he said he was motivated to trim down because he had a much hotter wife. This kind of chat is in itself new territory for Krishnan, who's always been a serious kind of chap. An Oxford PPE graduate, he joined Channel 4 in 1998. He's now their lead presenter, quizzing world leaders and politicians, and also presents Unreported World, a foreign affairs documentary series which has taken him to India, Afghanistan, Cambodia, Iraq, South Africa, and Yemen. This is all a long way from the Strictly glitter ball, and he admits that, for a long time, it was easy to bat off the persistent approaches of the show's producers. At first, I think I was very hung up on being a serious journalist and thinking you don't do that kind of thing, he says. But this year it just felt different. I felt like having some fun, doing something different. The notion was embraced enthusiastically by Lisa, who was pleasantly surprised to find that her husband had got some moves on him. Student Jasmine was also a vocal cheerleader, confiding she screamed with excitement when she first saw footage of him dancing, leaving the appalled and embarrassed Jay the sole refusing, begging his father not to do it.